Capitalism is better than socialism. Yep, we are just gonna put that out right away. In simple terms, capitalism is an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit, rather than by the state. The purest form of capitalism is the free market. People are free to act as they please. They may determine where to invest, what to produce or sell, and at which prices to exchange goods and services. Free markets function without checks or controls. Today, most countries practice a mixed capitalist system that includes some degree of government regulation of business and ownership of select industries. So, now we both know what capitalism actually means, so now is where it is getting interesting. Let's talk about why capitalism is the greatest economic system. So first of all, before we get into telling you all these great things about capitalism, we want you to know that it is very naive to think that any system is perfect. We think a lot of times when people want to bash something, they're expecting 100% of people to do it right. For example, there's a lot of bad teachers in the world, a lot of bad parents, bad CEOs, bad bosses, bad journalists, bad bloggers, bad YouTube channels. There's a lot of anything that's bad that they abuse the power. They're also bad capitalists. But all of these guys give an opportunity for somebody who's a good parent, good CEO, good journalist to become a hero where somebody says, "Oh my gosh, look at the way this guy does this." So we're not here to be naive and tell you all the great things about capitalism because we read all the negative stuff about capitalism. And here are some negative stuff about capitalism. Number 1 is inequality. The benefits of capitalism are rarely equitably distributed. Wealth tends to accrue to a small percent of the population. This means that demand for luxury goods is often limited to a small percent of the workforce. The nature of capitalism can cause this inequality to keep increasing. This occurs for a few reasons. First is inherited wealth. Which, as much as people like to think that is the majority, the reality is that only around 35% of the wealth is inherited. Second, interest from assets. If capitalists are able to purchase assets, bonds, house prices, shares, they gain interest, rent and dividends. They can use these proceeds to buy more assets and wealth. Number 2, financial instability. Capitalism relies on financial markets, shares, bonds and money markets, but financial markets have a tendency to cause booms and busts. In a boom period, lending and confidence rise, but frequently markets get carried away by irrational exuberance, causing assets to spike in value. Number 3, monopoly power. In a free market, successful firms can gain monopoly power. This enables them to charge higher prices to consumers. Supporters of capitalism argue only capitalism enables economic freedom. But, the freedom of a monopoly can be abused and consumers lose out because they have no choice. These are the main negative sides of capitalism. But we guess maybe not for you guys, cause after all this is the channel for those of you who have the goal of becoming a billionaire. Nonetheless, here are the top reasons why capitalism is the best. First reason why capitalism is the best is because it promotes freedom. The most basic of freedoms is the freedom to make choices under capitalism. You have an unlimited amount of choices to make. You can choose who to do business with. You can pretty much make any choice that you want based upon your own preferences. So capitalism promotes freedom, and we believe that the removal of choices basically removes freedom. And by removing freedom, you essentially have slavery. Alright. The second reason why capitalism is the best is because capitalism is the best economic system at preserving and protecting the environment. Yes, capitalism is the best system for preserving and protecting the environment. In essence, when you own a piece of property, it's in your best interest to take care of that land, to protect it and to make that land as hospitable as possible. And on top of that, we as consumers in a capitalist system can choose what type of products to buy. And if we don't want to buy a product that pollutes environment, well, we have the choice to do so. Look, companies like Tesla were created out of some government bureaucracy. They were thought of, created and invented under a capitalist system. And the reason why Tesla has been so successful is not because of the government, but because of consumers like ourselves making the choice to drive electric vehicles. Capitalism is the system under which these companies, like Tesla, were able to be created under, and it's the choices that capitalism allows us to make that has helped us consumers buy Tesla cars and have enabled us to start ditching gas-powered vehicles. It's also worth pointing out that environmental conditions are best in the world's wealthiest countries, and capitalism correlates very strongly with wealth. So if you want to have a healthy environment, you need to adopt a more capitalist economic system in order to achieve that. The third reason why capitalism is the best is because it promotes innovation. See, under capitalism, companies are competing against other companies for your business, for your dollar, and companies know that if they want to continue getting your business, they have to deliver the best product with the best value out there. So companies are always going to be looking for ways to improve their product offering to you. Car manufacturers are going to continue investing in research and development to deliver better and better cars to you because they have to compete against other big car manufacturers. The same thing applies to things like our phones. Think of how much more advanced the current generation of Apple iPhones are, what compared to the first generation of Apple iPhones that were released back in 2007. The iPhones that are coming out today are so much more advanced than the ones that were released initially, and that's because Apple needs to compete against companies like Samsung. They note that Samsung is coming out with a Samsung Galaxy phone, and they want to make sure that the iPhone is better than the Samsung Galaxy. That, in turn, means that Samsung needs to invest in their own research and development so they can release a better Samsung Galaxy. iPhones are so advanced these days that we're assuming this entire HD video on my Apple iPhone. Not bad, right? So, yes, capitalism promotes innovation. Encourages companies to develop better and better products, more user-friendly products, safer products, and at the end of the day, that benefits us greatly. The fourth reason capitalism is the best is that it allows for opportunity. It creates environments where everyone can succeed with capitalism. Everyone has the opportunity to succeed. The only thing that's stopping us is ourselves. We have equal opportunity for all. All you need is a great work ethic or a great idea or something that delivers value to others, and you're going to find a way to succeed in life. You can pretty much do anything you want. There's an opportunity to follow whatever dream you may have. So no matter what your background is, if you want to start a business, you can do so. If you want to become a doctor, you can do so too. Or going to be a lawyer? Yeah, you can do that as well. It's going to take a lot of time and effort, but you can make it happen for yourself and you can succeed in whatever domain you want. Alright. We've got a few more points we want to go over, but before we do so, we want to let you know that whether you see our content before or this is the first time viewing one of our videos, go ahead and subscribe to Lucrative and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every single time I come out with other great and similar content. And if you like in the video so far, go ahead and smash that like button. Our channel, Create Video especially for those who do not want to become a millionaire. Yep. Not a millionaire, but a billionaire. Alright. So the fifth reason why we love capitalism is because capitalism is a mechanism for overcoming discrimination. Capitalism does not care what ethnicity you are, what religion you believe in, what your personal preferences are. What capitalism cares about is whether you can deliver value. And under capitalism, anybody, regardless of the background, can succeed. Capitalism only cares about whether you could provide something to people that people want to buy. It's the most effective system at enabling people to work with one another regardless of their backgrounds. So capitalism is an amazing system at overcoming and battling discrimination, and it allows for people from all walks of life to work together. The sixth reason why capitalism is the best is that it creates wealth. Alright. It doesn't redistribute wealth. It doesn't reallocate wealth. It creates wealth. It grows the pie. There are reasons why America is one of the world's wealthiest countries. That's because it's one of the most capitalist countries in the world. In fact, take a look at all the world's most wealthiest countries based on GDP per capita. They're all very, very capitalist. You think of the world's most capitalist countries, like the United States or Singapore, Ireland or South Korea. They're all very, very wealthy. If you are interested to educate yourself more on this important subject that most of us live in and would like to learn and master it, we highly recommend you guys to read The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism by Max Weber. Or you can listen to the audiobook on Audible for free using the free trial, and we will provide the link for you guys in the description below. With that being said, thank you for watching this video and we hope we'll see you tomorrow.